So for the L'Oreal Pro Glow, I got it in the shade 203, which is not too dark or too light for me. It's like I can make it work, but let's shake it very well, and I'm gonna do the Real Technique sponge first. It's very, very runny, something I'm not used to because most of my foundations are in the matte side or in the thick side, so that is definitely different for me. But I'm gonna grab it with my Real Technique sponge and start blending it. This is kind of hard to see because I don't have my mirror with me. Give me a second. Alright, so much better. I mean, I'm blending that. It's blending in very easily, which is nice. And this is just with, okay, that hair's gonna get on my nerves. And this is just with one layer. We might do a second layer and see. This is with one layer, only half of my face with the Beauty Blender. I do want to say that it kind of a little bit evened out my skin tone. Obviously, you guys can see how like more red and so I am here than I am on this side. I can still, it feels and looks like skin still. It looks like I'm just like evened out. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it, not as much. I mean, because I'm telling you, I'm used to using like matte foundation, so right away it's like matte. So this one I can definitely see the dewiness, you can say. Not like crazy dewy, but like it feels and looks like skin. So I can still see my imperfections right over here. I can see like my pimples, and I can see some scarring still. But let's see what a second layer would do. Looks like with the second layer. I do want to say that it covered a little bit more. I can still see, like I said, some of those acne scars or so. You might not be able to see it so much on camera, maybe now that I'm, you know, showing you all up in my face, but you can still see a little bit of the scars, but it's not like bad where I'm like, oh my god, like no, like I need to cover that. I'm like pretty okay with the decent coverage. Definitely light to medium so far with the Beauty Blender. I'm gonna go ahead and do the right side of my face now. So now with the BH Cosmetics foundation brush, I'm gonna grab some of that and dab it on. Let me get that hair out of the way before it pisses you guys off. And me too. Really? Really? Really knew that? So I'm just gonna dab that on all over the face. Looks like with one layer on the right side of my face with the BH Cosmetics brush. I definitely want to say that it covered a little bit more faster than it did with me having to do the second layer. It almost looked like if I have a second layer going on, but I can still see a lot of my scarring that I have going on right here. But it's not like too bad. I'm gonna just add a little bit more right there and see if it would cover. I definitely see that it can layer up without it looking like cakey. And it did cover up a little bit more, but like I said, I can still see a little bit of the scarring. Like it covered it a little bit, but I can still see it. But I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna grab just a little bit more because I can see the redness around here on my face. So I don't want to cover, I want to cover that up a little bit. Alright, so the foundation is already on my face, 2 layers with the Real Techniques brush and with the BH Cosmetics brush. So far it looks pretty good. I'm going to let it sit on the skin a little bit and I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I finished my makeup maybe like 3 hours ago. As soon as I finished my makeup, I wasn't able to check with you guys because I had to run out and do some errands. So this is what the foundation looks like basically in 3 hours of wear. I do want to say that I'm looking pretty freaking... I don't know if I want to say oily or if I want to say glowy because it's what? It's 1:51. I want to say that makeup was already on like around 11ish. The foundation was already on by 11. So let's start the tick-tock from there, from 11 o'clock. But I'll get all into that later. First, I want to show you guys, not really show you guys, but talk about basically what this foundation claims and all that good stuff. So basically, I'm going to read it off from it online. So it says, discover the new pro finish of long wear up to 24-hour wear with a hydrating glow, lightweight and creamy. I do want to say that it's lightweight and it's pretty creamy. This long-lasting foundation goes on smooth with a glow, definitely has a little bit of a glow that lasts with medium coverage, definitely light to medium, and instantly hides imperfections. For a clear complexion, the hydrating foundation with SPF is ideal for normal to dry skin. Now, the reason why I tried it was because I know some of you guys want me to try it and tell you guys how I feel and all that good stuff. When it first came out, I'm not gonna lie, it caught my attention a little bit because, like, I mean, come on, it says Pro Glow. Anything with the glow right now is like... highlight and glow is like in right now, so anything with that you're gonna be super excited. But I knew, because I already know my skin type, I'm oily, you know, so I already knew that this foundation would not be a good thing for me. But it's always worth a try, you know, it's always worth a try. So this foundation rings up for $12.99 depending where you buy it at, but they'll have it at Ulta, you can find it at Walmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, you can find them at drugstore places. So it rings up for $12.99 and they have 12 shades, which are okay. They're not too bad when it comes to dark skin and they're not too bad when it comes to light skin. It's like okay, más o menos, we're getting there. But that's what basically the foundation claims, for it to be glowy, hydrating, ideal for dry to normal skin. Obviously, I'm far beyond dry skin or normal skin. I have really oily skin, so I was a little iffy about trying it. I do want to say that I really do like the formula of this foundation. It goes on very flawlessly and it blends in very well with other products. Like, it gets along with other products. So far it looks alright, but I do want to say that even though it's only been 3 hours of wear, I already feel like, you know when you wear your makeup like all day and then when it comes nighttime you're kind of like, oh, I can't wait to take this makeup off. That's how I kind of feel like right now. So yeah, we're gonna still test it out. We're gonna see how long and how this foundation works for us oily skin. Even though I already know, if you have dry skin and you're watching this video, you're like, well, I like this foundation and like it worked good for me. It's supposed to be for only dry skin. But I know, but us oily girls can also try it out. Some oily girls like to look oily, okay? But we just want to try it out and see how it goes. So I want to say that right now it is 1:55. So I'll come back and check within. I will come back and check in with you guys in a few. Alright, so it is currently 6:10 p.m. and I went ahead and I made dinner, I ate, and I watched a movie. So it's been maybe, let's say, 6-7 hours of wear in total. I'm super sleepy, guys, right now, so if my face looks really sleepy, it's because I'm pretty sleepy. But definitely want to say that I look really oily. Let me kind of zoom in so you guys can really see. But I have like a big ass pimple growing there. Ignore that. But I look super oily. And I work 10-hour shifts, you guys. Let me zoom you out because this feels weird to talk to you guys like that. And Ronaldo's right there. But yeah, I work 10-hour shifts. I work usually from 10:30 in the morning to 8:30 in the morning. So obviously this foundation would be like not so good for me, because how am I gonna have a foundation is gonna look like this? But I was debating whether to blot or not, but I think I'm gonna blot a little bit. So I'm just using toilet paper and blotting a little bit. I do like the fact that, you know, sometimes you blot with like toilet paper or so, and with their foundations it'll leave like the texture or so. This one doesn't really do that, which is cool. But I'm just blotting a little bit because it was just too much shine. But it's still holding pretty good. The contour, the blush, and all of that, still holding that pretty good. But obviously I look like an oily mess. So yeah, that's how I'll look like now. I blotted it so it looks a little bit more matte again. But I'll check in with you guys by the end of the night. Alright, so currently it is 8:55 p.m. and I look like a crazy mess. Let me zoom you guys in real quick so you guys can really see. Some of the foundation came off a little bit underneath my nose. Oh, that's a little too much, right? But yeah, and it cracked a little bit right here. Just showing you the true stuff, guys. Up and personal. Look at how oily that looks all around my face. Oh my god, my forehead though is insane. But this is what the foundation looks like in total. I want to say I'm gonna count it from like 11 a.m. that I started wearing the foundation. So 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So basically I wore this foundation for 10, almost 11 hours. And this is the result of it. Definitely not my cup of tea. I am not a fan of this look. I mean, I'm oily. And I do not want to look extra oily by the end of the day. Obviously, this foundation claimed that it was good for people who have dry to normal skin, but I just wanted to test it out. I want to show you guys what it would look like if you are combo to oily skin. This is the results it might be on you as well. So obviously this foundation is not good for me. I was a little disappointed because I thought it would be pretty cool if it was, because it goes and it plays well with different products that I have a hard time getting them to go with, like some matte foundations and stuff. But this is the skin type that I have. I'm oily, so I need to work with it. This is definitely not a foundation that I would want to use or that I would want to try again. I do want to say that I've tried this foundation too with a mattifying moisturizer, with a mattifying primer, and at the end of the day I still end up looking like this. So definitely not a foundation that I would recommend if you are oily or combination. Not a foundation that I would recommend unless that's the kind of look that you're going for. That you want to look dewy, like extra dewy, and that you don't care for the fact that you might end up looking a little bit oily. That's all up to you. Everybody has different tastes, but definitely, like I said, not my cup of tea. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this review. If you did, make sure to hit those thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to drop a beautiful comment or any requests down below. Is there another product that you guys want me to buy and test out and do a review of? Let me know down below. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Periscope, all the good stuff. And I will see you guys next time.